lies on his bench, he's cold and he shivers. Remembers forgotten friends clutching hold of a picture of a wife who passed, but he knows his soul's with her. Lost in the accident, the body floats in the river. He's a war vet and tormented his soul by memories of loved one he lost to a God that he's never seen, he's never been. This cross with severed dreams, he sobs by a cross, sitting in the cemetery. He's torn by his wars and his warped all his thoughts, and now all he sees is his wife as a corpse, lying in the ground as his life hits the floor. As he plays his course, he wishes he died in the war. He pictures his wife screaming, feeling this pain as his car swerves. Now she's speeding in a lake, and as the car sinks, she's reaching for his face. He cries with joy, he knows he's seeing her again. He's crying on the park bench, dreaming of better days. Pulls a piece of paper and reading what the letter says. It's a letter from his wife, and he sits there and cries. The piece of paper reads, I'll see you in a better place. He's crying on the park bench, dreaming of better days. Pulls a piece of paper and reading what the letter says. It's a letter from his wife, and he sits there and cries. The piece of paper reads, I'll see you in a better place. He stands off the bench and he takes a deep breath. He looks into the sky and he asks, why is it he left? Why is he on his own, and why couldn't she see sense? Why didn't she drive on that cold night to meet friends? He gathers his thoughts, he walks at a slow pace, heading out of town, gonna see the old place. He walks past the glass pane, he glanced at his old face. With his wife standing by, she disappears with no trace. She's just a memory as he keeps on walking. It's the only thing he ever sees when he sleeps in the morning. On his way to the house, he dreams they were talking, but he's walking by himself, but it helps when he's mourning. Gets to the house and he walks through the door, and he sits in his seat as he talks to her more. He's thinking she's still there, and he pours her a cup of tea. Then he sees she's gone, and then he gets up and leaves. Crying on the park bench, dreaming of better days. Pulls a piece of paper and reading what the letter says. It's a letter from his wife, and he sits there and cries. And the piece of paper reads, I'll see you in a better place. He's crying on the park bench, dreaming of better days. Pulls a piece of paper and reading what the letter says. It's a letter from his wife, and he sits there and cries. And the piece of paper reads, I'll see you in a better place. He walks out the door and jumps in his car, cause the love in his heart has just been ripped apart. And he starts up the engine and drives up the road, speeding like a maniac with both his eyes closed. He drove the road so many times, he knew every corner, he knew every bump, and he knew every border. He knew where he was going with one thing in mind. He knew deep inside, he knew it was his time. He falls asleep at the wheel, took too many sleeping pills. He's dreaming of his wife, cooking up his evening meals. They're laughing and they're joking, there's love in the air. Thinking of the good times and both of them were there. He's still asleep driving and wasn't even scared. He knew it was gonna happen, he knew he was prepared. He's near his destination and he thinks, shit, wake up, but it's too late. He died in the same lake. He's crying on the park bench, dreaming of better days. Pulls a piece of paper and reading what the letter says. A letter from his wife, and he sits there and cries. And the piece of paper reads, I see you in a better place. He's crying on the park bench, dreaming of better days. Pulls a piece of paper and reading what the letter says. A letter from his wife, and he sits there and cries. And the piece of paper reads, I see you in a better place.